it's all very well encouraging people to eat more fish, but actually sustainability is it's a real problem, isn't it? I mean, Rick, you're talking...
I've always sort of maintained that the more seriously, I mean, I've always maintained it from a sort of gastronomic point of view, that the more we grow to love seafood, the more that we will make efforts to ensure that it continues. But I mean, if the sort of people that govern our country realised how important fish was, then probably the fishing industry would be better regulated than it is, because it's so important to us. But as I said, I'm more optimistic than some about our own fish conservation. I'm not sure about other parts of the world.
But I'd just like to add that I think we've got to think seriously about proper ocean agriculture, as it were. Fish farming. At the moment it has a bad name because it can produce extremely tasteless fish, but there are ways of doing it which are sustainable, and I think it's going to have to be the future, because if we're going to have whatever it is, 10 billion people on the planet, the seas are not big enough as they're fished at the moment to provide all that food. And just as the agricultural revolution or the green revolution in the last century enabled our population, our world population, to grow so hugely and not run out of food. So I think we're going to have to do the same with aquaculture in the future.
Is there anywhere in the world that's having success with that at the moment?
Well, I think you probably know more about that than I do.
I mean, the holy grail of fish farming is to feed poor fish on vegetables, not on other fish. And I think that is gradually improving all the time. I think the content, the percentage of fish pellets that contains fish is decreasing. I'm not aware of the details, but certainly that's really what the research is into.
One of the reasons that salmon, for instance, get fish lice is because they have less omega-3s in them than wild salmon. And what they've discovered is that they have to feed salmon on a certain minimum of other fish in order to provide the omega-3s that the salmon need. Right. Now, if we could provide plant-based omega-3s, which is being done, there are experimental schemes going on that will convert sort of flax or other other plants into to produce DHA, for instance, then that could be fed to your fish, to your salmon, and the salmon will be, in principle, as nice as ones that came from Alaska.
I'm not averse to farm fish. It's very nice in sashimi, actually, because it has a good fat quality. And actually, if you use wild fish for sashimi, it's not quite so nice. But it's not so good going to fish farms, I have to say. But, you know, nothing's perfect.